Ladies and gentlemen of the internet, good morning, good afternoon and good evening wherever you are in the world. My name is Virginie Vitcz and I'm a mentor and advisor for thought leaders, celebrities and business women. And I decided to start a series of interviews to inspire women all around the world and to let them know that whatever they want, they can achieve it. So I interview the best women in their field, and today my new guest is Greta. Greta, nice to see you again. And can you introduce you a little bit for the audience?
Of course. Pleasure being here, Virginie. Thank you so much. And hello, everybody. I'm Greta Grace. I'm a spiritual entrepreneur, purpose guide, and experience designer. I'm Italian and I feel like a true global citizen. Currently, since 1.5 years, moved to the most southern part of Italy, Puglia, having fulfilled one of my dreams of living by the sea, which is where my soul thrives and just lights up. What else to say? I love to hold spaces and of possibilities. I love to connect people with and among each other, creating opportunities and creating really beautiful experiences for us to thrive, to connect to our higher self, to our purpose, and really live our destiny, live our dreams, and go boldly after what we want to create in this lifetime.
I love that. I love that. Thank you. So maybe you can tell a little bit more about what you do exactly, as what we've been talking together just before I started to record this. And it was really interesting because there are two sides of your job. So one side, just to explain to the audience.
Yeah, with pleasure. So yes, exactly. I cater to individuals and to companies. So my personal journey of finding my purpose was out of the corporate world, where I felt very limited and not seen for my gifts. And my desire was always to be able to live up to my full potential. And that I couldn't do in this corporate world. So besides that, it was always my dream to be my own boss, live according to my own terms and rules, and in alignment with who I really am and what my soul wants. So this is what I do with individuals. I guide you to your purpose, to what really makes you fulfilled, and help you create a life on your own terms. That's with individuals. And on the B2B side, which means with corporates and companies, I bring this purpose work into teams. So I train leaders, I train team leads on a very human leadership. I've been in corporates myself. I've always been building teams, whether that's in startups or whether that's been in multinational companies. I've always built teams. And in this, my natural leadership was the one of a coach. So I was always interested in who is in my team, who are the different people, what's their uniqueness, what's their superpowers, and how can this combination of superpowers reach the goal of the company ultimately. So this is what I'm bringing now, where I'm like, full circle, getting out of the corporate life, doing my full potential, and now being able to go back into the corporate world with this wisdom and with this teachings and guidance and coaching, which is really beautiful because I came to research and to understand that purpose is really the key to so many things. To personal fulfillment, but also to success and to performance and to happiness and to health. Like you literally can see all of the parameters on an individual level and on a company performance level go up the moment you are purpose centered.
You got me. Where do I sign?
Amazing. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
You're gonna get that call. So, and thank you for your energy, because it's beautiful to have someone like you sharing, from where you came, from the corporate world, and then trying to inspire the others to do the same, and also to do the same in the corporate world. So bravo for that. My next question is, what was the most difficult challenge you encounter in your life, and how did you manage to go back on track after that?
Oh, there were many challenges. I would say one of the first ones, probably the most significant because it was so early in teenage years where everything is, as we know, right? Like everything seems so dramatic as we still don't know who we are. I was already very, I don't know, eclectic or iconic, I would call myself. I always never really fitted in. I was always popping up and popping out. And as a teenager, growing up in a 3,000 souls small little village, people would judge and attack me and bully me hardcore. So that was my biggest challenge of realizing I am who I am, and that would trigger people. And living with that, coming to peace with this. And it didn't really matter where I went, because then I was like, I really want to leave this small town. People are so narrow-minded. I went into the city and did my high school in the city in like a really intellectual, beautiful school. And I was like, private school, right? And I was like, oh, people are going to be different here. No, none of that. It was worse. You know, who started boycotting me? It was the headmaster. It was the head of the entire school. So I was like, all right, okay, surely there is something that very intensely triggering about me. And I mean, there was also some family involved that had nothing to do with me. But this is just how it is. And my biggest lesson out of this blessing, a new word I just coined, is that hashtag blessing, blessing and learning, is that you just need to be you. There is 30% people are gonna love you, 30% of the people are gonna hate you, and the 30% who give a F. So you might as well just be who you are, because those are universal laws. It's just how it is. And yeah, that's my biggest lesson.
That's a great challenge. So I guess that it's also a blessing, right? Because then you've been trained to not to be loved by people. And now, now that you know that, you don't care when they don't like you, right?
Beautiful. Yes.
It's a training. I've been through that too. I was 4 years old when they started to throw sand at me. So yeah. So what would you say, knowing that, everything that you've been through, and with your career now, etc., what would you say to your younger self?
Keep listening to that inner voice. Always follow what she says, because she's guiding you in the right direction.
You call her she. Who do you think she is?
My intuition. The intuition. Maybe a combination of intuition and higher self, or the guidance, divine, God, universe, something higher than us. So I'm very spiritual. So if we're spiritual beings having a human experience, or we're descending from God and we're godly creatures and having this human experience here where you need to go through these challenges and lessons, but we can always trust that there is something guiding us. I really believe that. And I was born with this voice in my head. It was always like, no, this is not your place. Keep going, keep searching, keep looking. There is more. Go with curiosity. And so that really, I think, is what I would say to my younger self. Like, don't doubt this voice. She is guiding you in the right direction. Trust it.
Good. What would be your advice for a woman who is stuck in her life, has a dream, but doesn't go for it?
Contact me. Hi.
Okay. You will give your phone number and all the details, right? At the end of this interview. But
No, jokes aside.
for the women who cannot afford your services, for example, and the women who watch these videos, because you're working with people who are looking for their mission in life, right? This, like, kind of, right? A purpose.
I've developed my own method, which is a combination of aligning to what your mission is, expanding your bigger vision, and then actually going and doing it, achieving success.
So if a woman is stuck right now somewhere and doesn't even know what to do next, okay, what would you tell her?
I would tell her to feel, to really sit and stop for a moment and look inward and just feel. Oftentimes we are stuck because we don't want to face or feel our emotions that are connected to the next step. So sometimes we're not really stuck. We're just avoiding the fear, or we're avoiding to feel the whatever it is. So I would recommend, like, sit down, have a moment with yourself, connect to what that is, ask yourself, what do I need right now? Where am I feeling what in my body? And locate it in your body. That's one of the most quickest ways to move out of stuckness when you get into your body, into your embodiment.
Good, great advice. And in your opinion, what are the pluses to be coached by a woman instead of a man?
I heard this question in your other interviews. What are the pluses to be? I cannot talk about women in general, but I would talk about me, and I would talk about you. I would, because we both have, like, the Kundalini technology in our body, in our life, in our psyche, in our consciousness,
and in our practice, in the business too. Right.
In everything, exactly. And the benefit of that, which is very much like a femme consciousness, is the multi-dimensionality, the multi-layered. So we're able to see you as a whole. We're able to connect on different levels, on multiple dimensions, and whether it's personal, family, career. We have a strong empathy. We have this innate capacity to feel and feel compassionate, but also the ability to be very resourceful and creative and collaborative and supportive, I would say. But then again, it's really not a gender topic. It's more a consciousness topic.
Okay. What big problem did you encounter in your career that a man won't?
I have no clue. I actually noticed, I can just say, like, this is an interesting thing that happened to me when I moved to the south of Italy, and I had a man by my side. People, especially men, wouldn't consider me, but would consider the man next to me. Although everything was, the man didn't even speak the language, the house owner was me, the commissioner was me, and yet the point of reference would be the man. So you can deduct what I did as a result of this experience. But that being said,
what did you do?
I got rid of that part.
Okay, good.
Because it was clearly deviating and distracting. And I was like, the focus is here. I am speaking to you. And it could have been because people are very polite, like, have this false politeness of, I'm respectful of your woman, but they speak to the man. And I was like, as a add-on to the man, they would be respectful towards me by focusing on him. It's so weird and twisted. And I was like, okay, this was my challenge that I encountered. But other than this, I never bought really into this, Virginia. I never bought into this discourse that I am less advantaged than my male counters. I was like, no, I'm not playing this game. I'm not into that. And so I must say, my reality has also reflected that. I just raise the energy and frequency. If there is something weird going on from a man, I would immediately bring him down to a neutrality, or try to, and be like, okay, let's meet on a neutral
level. Yeah.
And bring it back to what it actually is. Yeah.
Okay. What are you most proud about? Many things. But what are you most proud about?
I can make it anywhere.
I like that. I like that. I like that. New York, New York. Yeah.
Exactly, Alicia Keys. Are you?
Yeah. So, and why are you telling that? Because you did it in Germany first, you started in Germany, and now you're in Italy. So is it why you saying that you can make it anywhere?
Yeah, it's beautiful. I think it has several layers to it. Underneath is a strong self-belief. And this is what is number one in
what is strong belief? Self-belief.
Strong self-belief.
Self-belief.
What is it?
Yeah, I know what it is. I'm trying to make you explain to the audience, because some of the people won't understand. And I think if you make it, I looked on your Instagram and it said that you are a spiritual entrepreneur. So there are many, many words like a strong self-belief. Is it self-confidence? Is it, what is it?
Yeah.
Is it just another word for that, or what is it?
No, it's not. So self-confidence is totally different than self-worth. And the self-belief is a combination of both, in essence. Okay. So we can go into details of what these concepts mean, but that's quite a long conversation. But let me try to be essential. So in the self-worth is an innate quality that we have regardless of what we do. So in other words, if you have a strong worth, like you feeling worthy, is completely dissociated from what you do, how you call yourself, what your role is, what you earn, It's really a belief that you are who you are, and that is beautiful and perfect in itself. Okay. You descending into this lifetime you have a reason for being, you have a purpose, and your purpose is fulfillment is all that matters, and your worth comes from that. And the self-confidence element is something we can build when we act on our purpose. So when we're actually being who we are and showing up as our authentic selves and succeeding as such in life, in relationships, in business, just, having a positive feedback from the outer world, from how we are, who we are, how we show up, we build self-confidence. We can become more and more confident in ourselves. We're like, oh, okay, like me being just me is actually good. Does makes people happy. I get invited, etc., etc. And self-belief, I would say, is the combination of the two. And also really just having this belief in yourself that you can make it, that you are worthy of having the things that you dream of, that you're capable of achieving the goals and dreams that you set for yourself, etc., etc.
Beautiful. Thank you for explaining. It's very clear now. What does it mean for you to be a strong woman in the third millennium?
These questions. What does it mean? That's beautiful.
Because first, it's different for all the women that I interview. For some of them, it's to be intuitive, creative. For some of them, it's something else. It's like being like a badass. And for some of them is, I don't know, something else. But for you, you gave me answers that are completely different from what I've heard before. So I want to know what you think about that. What does it mean for you to be a strong woman in the third millennium? With everything that you've been doing until now.
And been through.
and been through.
It really needs to be an individual answer and a personal answer. And I think it tells a lot about the personal journey. I think so. In the past, I would definitely have said a strong woman is an independent woman. Today, I would add, yes, the independence, but also the strength to allow support and be held and lean back into the feminine qualities as well. So strong woman for me means to be in balance with the masculine and the feminine energies and knowing when to activate which energy, when to be in what energy, depending on what she wants and who she's with or what the circumstances are.
Good. Great answer. Thank you. As a little girl, what did you dream about for your future life? And how close are you to this dream?
As a little girl, my dream was to have a hospital in the jungle and hire my dad to be a doctor.
Amazing. I love. Wow, that's very creative. That's very, very creative. I love that idea. Yeah.
Yeah, but I have no idea how close I am to the dream. Also, I'm not building towards that dream. But it's a great question for me to go into because maybe there is, I'm sure that there are elements of this dream that I'm in a different way moving forward. Absolutely. Yeah. So different dreams that I fulfilled myself were like I wanted to be my own boss and have my own company. Check, done that, started 5 years ago. And since then, I'm a full-time entrepreneur and have built several brands and several companies in different countries. Another dream of mine that I recently fulfilled was living by the sea, living and moving to the sea. So that's what I did a year ago. And let's see what's the next dream.
Good, good. Who inspired you the most when you were younger, and why?
My biggest role model was my grandma. She inspired me every time I spoke with her and talked to her and was in her presence. She was a true, I would almost say like an enlightened, she was very down to earth and was very humble, but actually she was such an enlightened being and such a beautiful rest, like a Buddha resting in her peaceful energy, just emanating love and gratitude and wisdom. And so I spent many hours at her kitchen table or going out and about because she loved to go out and dine and wine in beautiful places and talk about life and the important things. So she was a big teacher.
Beautiful. What would you say to a woman who thinks she's too young or too old to create her dream life?
There's no such thing as too old, too young. It's all excuses.
Okay, excuses.
Yes, these are excuses. These are constructs. It's you really have to go a level deeper and say like, why do you want what you think you want? But why do you want that? And why do you think that you're too old or too young? If you go deeper and answer yourself the question why you want it, you will find the energy, the strength, the resources to go for it. And age and time and obstacles all of a sudden become secondary. And then just get help. Like, I mean, if you want to bring birth projects, bring things to life, it's in its nature that we encounter challenges, and it's good and wise to get support and help in overcoming them. Yeah. If you are able to answer why, you'll find motivation to do it.
Good. So what are your next project now, and how can people reach you?
That's a beautiful question. I love that.
Yeah.
So my project currently personally is building my life and a house here in Estonia. And my other project is consulting and creating beautiful experiences for hotels, places, properties. If you're a property owner or if you have a hotel hospitality, I create beautiful retreat experiences for you, for your place, so that guests have an amazing time. That is on one side, and on the other side, I'm here supporting beautiful humans that want to bring projects to life that are purpose-driven, and people that want to live their mission and just want to go to their next level and reach fulfillment, success, happiness, all of the good things.
Yeah. Good. And how can people reach you? On Instagram or on Facebook or in your website? Give us everything.
Yes, gretagrace.com is my website. Greta Grace on LinkedIn, and on Instagram it is I am Greta Grace. So you can find me pretty much everywhere on social media, and my email is hi@gretagrace.com.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Greta, for inspiring all the women, and I'm sure they will be inspired to listen by listening to you. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for listening. Thank you for sharing. Thank you for liking. And see you in another interview with another guest. Thank you so much. Much love to you all. Thank you, Greta. And see you soon. Thank you so much for your work and for everything that you're doing for men and women on planet Earth. Bye.
Bye. Thank you.